I've always wanted to be a social worker. It's just days like these that gets a little bit more challenging. You get many cases coming in, 10 to 20 of them at one time, and you just have to keep it in your mind that you can't forget a child. You have to keep it all balanced in your life, and you don't want to forget this one, and you don't want to forget that one. And it's just tough because you want to visit them all, at one time and make sure everyone's okay. But you just can't do it. You're only one person. And sometimes I just wish I had, a lot more to give out than I do. And I try my hardest to keep everyone in mind. But then, the next day you get another load of cases. And you don't want to forget about the old ones just to help the new one.
I always wanted to act and be on stage. It was so fun for me last year when my mom told me there was a play I could audition for. She drove me there, and it was amazing to see all the other kids there for the audition. Finally, after trying out, they told me I made it. I was so happy. On the first day of rehearsal, the girls seemed kinda nice, but then things started to change. They made up lies about me and were just being mean. This made one of the best things that ever happened to me become one of the worst. My mom told me to smile, be nice, and keep a positive attitude. She said not to let it get to me. This worked, and things started to change. I was finally having fun. But then my mom started to get really sick, and she couldn't drive me to rehearsals. My mom and social worker convinced me to ride my bike to rehearsals, so I did. My mom died of cancer a year ago, but because of her, I won't let anything stop the dreams that I have and that I shared with my mother. She may not be physically here, but I still feel her support, and she's my biggest fan.
I don't know, I just feel like sometimes, I just have the secret prayer of, keeping everything together and helping at least one child to see a future, a positive one, that, somebody messed up on them because they deserve a chance. And they need that chance, and I'm the one to give it to them.
Bullying is something that I've been doing since first grade. Some kids told me to stop, but I just shrugged it off as a part of growing up. Fighting always seemed normal to me. I grew up watching my parents fight all the time. Yeah, they got reports about my behavior at school, but I never really faced any consequences. Then one day I said this really mean joke to a girl in class and got all my friends to join in and laugh at her. It seemed harmless at the time, but it wasn't. The girl ended up trying to kill herself. My parents found out when word got around. The girl was assigned a social worker to help her. I was shunned by everyone at school. That was unbearable. My dad tried to defend me, but my mom wanted to punish me. That summer, they ended up splitting up and fought over custody of me. I became very depressed and isolated from everything. One day, I was walking down the hall at school and I just broke down into tears. The other kids started making fun of me. Then I felt a tap on my shoulder and heard a voice say, "Hey, come on." I was shocked when I looked and saw that the very girl who I'd hurt so badly was coming to help me. I believe that her kindness and forgiveness that day changed my life and changed the way that I treat others from that point on.
Looking back on all these cases that actually succeeded and worked out, I realized that it's a great honor to have made a difference in the lives that I can change. There is hope in every case, and there is success, and these children, they can have a second life, and I'm glad to be a part of it. My secret prayer has been answered.
Why do you